There is a lot of hate that is thrown on the richest people of our world, but in truth, while some of them are focused on money and just getting more power, many had to work hard to go and make their fortunes, especially the ones who had nothing to start with and are truly self-made billionaires, and that they did everything from scratch and are now looking at the success of their hard work. There are a lot of women self-made billionaires actually, more than you might think. So allow us to show you women who became self-made billionaires. Be sure to like the video and subscribe to the channel. Number 14, Sheryl Sandberg. Sheryl Sandberg made her name as Chief Operating Officer at Facebook, a position which she has held since 2008. Prior to that, the Harvard economics graduate worked at Google, quickly rising up the ranks to become Vice President of its global sales and operations. As you can see, this is a very talented woman, but also an advocate for women. Her time at Facebook has been marked by an outspoken advocacy for women's success in the workplace, something which she has written about in her best-selling book, Lean In: Women, Work, and the Will to Lead. She's taken the company from operating at $56 million loss in 2008 to $22.1 billion in profits in 2018. That is quite a swing if you can't tell. Number 13, Hortensia Herrero. Together with husband Juan Roig, Hortensia built the Spanish supermarket chain Mercadona, which they bought from Roig's father in 1981, expanding it from just 8 stores to 1,635 stores today. She currently serves as vice president and owns almost 28% of the company. The privately owned company, which prioritizes sustainability and shares 25% of its pre-tax profits with employees, has recently expanded into Portugal. Herrero and Roig have 4 daughters, all of whom are board members of Mercadona, while Roig's brother Fernando is also a shareholder in the company. So this is very much a family affair, and yet it was Hortensia who helped make it shine and expand beyond their wildest of dreams. Number 12, Nguyen Thi Phuong Thao. Nguyen Thi Phuong Thao has a few impressive accolades to her name that really makes her stand out on this list. She's the only woman to have started and run her own major commercial airline, Vietjet Air, and the first self-made female billionaire in Vietnam. Thao founded airline Vietjet Air in 2007, and since then has gone from strength to strength, operating 40% of Vietnam's flights. It's a lot harder than you might expect, even in a country that isn't known for air travel. The savvy businesswoman put large advertising budgets into her early expansion of the airline, helping it to make a name for itself, and it soon expanded from a few domestic routes to serving 120 destinations. Vietjet went public on the Ho Chi Minh Stock Exchange in 2017 with a valuation of $1.4 billion. That is very impressive and proof that she always knows what she's doing. Number 11, Oprah. Come on, you knew she was going to be on here. The businesswoman is most famous for her Oprah Winfrey Show, a daytime talk show which rose to success in the 1980s, becoming the highest-ranked TV talk show in the US and earning a number of Emmy Awards in its decades-long run. She's also a movie star, hosted various other TV shows, and is big on philanthropy. Oprah more than definitely deserves a spot on this list. Number 10, Doris Fisher. Doris Fisher, 89, co-founded the Gap clothing brand in 1969 with her late husband Donald Fisher. The business came about because Donald had struggled to find jeans that fit him, so after raising $63,000 in funds, they opened their first store in San Francisco, and it's still going today. Doris worked as the company's merchandiser for more than 30 years, stepping down in 2003, but continuing to sit on the company's board until 2009. Number 9, Janelle Hunt. Businesswoman Janelle Hunt earned her fortune through co-founding and running a successful transportation company, JB Hunt Transport Services, along with husband JB. The couple started out running a rice hull packaging company in the 1960s in Arkansas, branching out into the transportation industry in 1969 with just 5 trucks and 7 trailers. Hunt held a position at the company and served on its board until 2008 when she retired. Since the death of her husband in 2006, she has taken a prominent role in projects run by her company, Hunt Ventures, which includes a retail and restaurant development project in Rogers, Arkansas. Number 8, Zhao Kunfei. This one won't be exactly the story that you're expecting. In 2018, Zhao was the richest self-made woman in the world. However, her fortune has plummeted from $9.8 billion to $3 billion in just 2 years, which is bad in all the ways that matter. Hong Kong-based entrepreneur Zhao came from a poor rural background and first worked in a factory. She founded Lens Technology, which makes the glass used to cover laptops and smartphones, in 1993 as a watch lens workshop in Shenzhen, China. But today, Lens Technology has contracts with giants such as Samsung, Apple, and Tesla. So yes, she's not as rich as she used to be, but she still earned her place on this list. Number 7, Kiran Mazumdar-Shah. Kiran Mazumdar-Shah founded Biocon India in 1978 quite by accident. She had trained as a brewer, but she faced such hostility and gender bias that she changed tack and set up a biotech startup. With a net worth of $3.5 billion, she is India's only self-made woman billionaire. Biocon became the first company to gain approval from the US FDA for 2 different biosimilars of drugs used in cancer treatments, which has helped build her huge wealth. Number 6. Judy Faulkner. With a pharmacist for a father, Judy Faulkner took her computer science studies in an unusual direction for the 1970s by coupling them with medicine and her master's degree. After developing a health records program, she built a company around it, Human Services Computing. Human Services Computing became Epic Systems, and today the business has 10,000 employees. Number 5. Angela Leong. As well as being the managing director and the largest individual shareholder of casino company SJM Holdings, Angela Leong is an elected Macau legislator. SJM Holdings is only one of 6 companies licensed to operate casinos in Macau, and she has 19 casinos there. So it's very easy to say she's a high roller. See what we did there? Leong also has a portfolio of properties in Hong Kong, Macau, and China, the source of most of her personal wealth. She may be an atypical billionaire, but she's here, and that says a lot. Number 4. Diane Hendricks. In 2016, Diane Hendricks' 73 topped Forbes' list of self-made women thanks to the Wisconsin roofing business she co-founded with her late husband. She was working as a realtor when she met roofing contractor Kenneth Hendricks, who became her second husband. They had bought 100 houses together within 3 years of meeting and set up ABC Supply in 1982, selling roofing, windows, and gutters. Hendricks was widowed in 2007 when her husband died after a fall at a construction site. In addition to ABC Supply, her Hendricks holding company has some 30 companies under its umbrella, from manufacturing, transportation, and logistics to insurance. While other self-made women's wealth has now surpassed hers, Hendricks is still worth $6.3 billion. And that's pretty awesome, don't you think? Number 3. Wu Yejin. Wu, 56, worked as a journalist before co-founding Longfor Properties in the early 1990s with her then husband. In 1997, Longfor sold its first residential project in her home city of Chongqing. Longfor was one of the earliest shopping mall developers in China. As of 2017, more than 300 million people had visited the group's malls. Wu was the richest woman in China until her divorce in 2012 from Kai Kui. She lost some $3 billion in transferring 40% of her shares to him, but has rebuilt her wealth to $9.4 billion, showing that she can get back up after taking a hit. Number 2. Gina Rinehart. One of Australia's most prolific businesswomen, Gina Rinehart, built her fortune off the back of iron mining. Although she took over her father's company, Hancock Prospecting, after his death in 1992, she turned it around from a debt-laden company into a highly profitable operation. So it's fair to say her wealth is self-made. Under her direction, the Hancock Group began to invest in other industries, including coal, property, beef and dairy, and make bank off of all of them. Number 1. Who's next? When you look at this list of women, you're going to see a lot of different kinds of stories, and that's the point. Some didn't expect to be billionaires, some had to make major career changes to find their true path, and so on and so forth. That is the beauty of being a self-made billionaire. Your story is very much your own. So if you're looking at these leading ladies and want to be like them, know that you don't have to imitate them. Just go out and live your business dream in life, and maybe you'll end up on this list one day. So what do you think? What do you think of these women who worked hard and became self-made billionaires? Were you surprised by all the women who made these ranks? Did their various fields surprise you in terms of what they did to get their wealth? Did you expect to see other people on this list? Or know of any other female self-made billionaires who should have been given a shout out? Let us know in the comments below. Be sure to subscribe, and we will see you next time on the channel.